So in this particular video, I'm going to show you how to connect your domain that is registered on AWS route53 to an EC2 instance. And so we are going to be following two steps. So in the first step, I'm actually going to create an EC2 with the ability to connect to it using PuTTY. Alright, so let's do that. First, what you want to do is connect to your AWS account. So I'm already connected to my AWS account, and type EC2 so you can create an EC2 instance, EC2, and you're gonna see EC2 link right there. Click on that. Alright, now we're gonna launch an instance, so click on launch instance. Alright, so let's call our instance as my Deb, actually short for Debian, my Deb web server. Alright, and we are going to be using Debian as our operating system. Alright, and we are going to be using 64x86 architecture. Alright, it's free tier eligible, that's good. Key pair login, so let's create our key pair. So the way you create a key pair is by clicking on this button. So click on this button and let's give it a good descriptive name. Let's call it my Deb web server key pair. Alright, I mean, you can call it something simple, that'll just to make your life easy. Alright, since I'll be connecting it using PuTTY, so I want to select this .ppk option. Alright, and click on the create key pair, and this key pair gets downloaded into your directory, in your download directory. So if you go to your download directory, let's go there, and if you go to your download directory, you're gonna see that right there, my deb web server underscore key pair .ppk. That's the file you're gonna see, and this is the file we are going to be using to connect to our instance using PuTTY. Okay, next step, and so we select everything as default, allow SSH traffic from anywhere. Alright, we want that, and configuration 1 times 8 GB and root volume. Alright, this is good. So it looks like yeah, we are going to be using all the default options. So click on launch instance and you're gonna see this launching instance, and there you go, successfully initiated launch of this instance. Okay, click on this instance. Alright, so right now it shows pending. Just give it a few seconds. It's gonna, you wanna wait for it to turn to running. So hit refresh button. Alright, there you go, running. Good, that's what you want to see. Okay, now let's click on this instance ID, and that's going to give you the information for this instance. This is the IP address of this instance. So if you want to connect to it using PuTTY, this is the IP address you're going to be using. Okay, so I have PuTTY on my machine. So I have PuTTY. Okay, let me minimize this. So now if you recall, that instance had a public IP address, which is this one. So this is the IP address where this instance is accessible from using PuTTY. So type this IP address over here. Alright, now we're gonna go use SSH connection. So go to connection, there's an SSH option, and select this auth, which is authorization, and then you're gonna see this. Let me just increase the size. Well, I guess I cannot. So you see this credentials, click on credentials, and the credential is asking you for private key for authentication. So if you recall, we downloaded that ppk file, that's the one we're gonna be using. So hit browse, and this is your download directory, and this is the my deb web server key pair .ppk file. So that's the one we're going to be using. Click on this, open, and this get loaded over here, and now you can click open, and now it's asking the host key pair is not cached for this server, and so on and so forth. You hit accept, and now when you are logging into your EC2 instance, you are given a username admin. Login as admin without any password, and there you go, now you're logged into your EC2 instance. Sudo apt update, control C, paste this command. Okay, sudo apt update. Alright, let's increase the size of this terminal. Alright, Okay, then next command would be sudo apt upgrade. All right. All right, do you want to continue? Say yes. Enter. All right. Keep the local version of the current installed. Say okay. That's what you want. All right, congratulations, it's done. Okay, the next command is, now we're gonna install Apache. So the command is sudo apt install Apache. So sudo apt install Apache 2. Enter. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to continue? The answer as usual is yes. Okay, so Apache is installed now, which is a web server. So let's see if that Apache is running. The way you do this thing is sudo systemctl, then you check status of Apache 2, and let's say yep, it's running. As you can see right there, it's active, running. So you can actually stop this thing and you can restart this thing using these commands. Sudo system stop Apache 2, you can start it, and you can actually enable and disable it, so on and so forth. We won't be using these commands. Alright, so your Apache is running. Now let's see if we can access our default page that Apache provides us. And the way you do this thing is, you go to your public IP address, which is right there, copy this and go over here, paste it, enter. Okay, so as you can see, you cannot reach this thing in this particular site. So let's fix this thing. So what you want to do is, you have to go to this security over here, click on security, and there's an inbound rule. So let's add some inbound rule. As of right now, the only protocol that is allowing is TCP in this port 22. We want HTTP protocol over here. So let's click on this launch wizard and let's add some rules. So click on this edit inbound rules. Okay, inbound rules, and then it's giving you the option to add. So add a few rules. Let's add a rule for HTTP. And where is HTTP? There it is, HTTP rule, and port 80. Alright, and we want everybody having access to this. Alright, you can write description over here if you want to. I just choose not to. Alright, and add another rule, and let's call it secure. Let's do HTTPS 2. HTTPS. Alright, custom, give everybody access to that. Alright, this is the option you want to select right there, and there you go. Alright, save the rules. Alright, the rules are saved. Good. Now let's go back to this and refresh this page, and there you go. This is your Apache 2 Debian default web page. So let's change this page now, and the way you change this page is open up your terminal again. Let's go to that directory where this page is located. This on Debian is located as cd var www html, enter, ls, and there is an index.html. So whatever the content of this file index.html is being displayed over here. So let's change the content of that file. Let's open up I'm gonna copy this index.html to index .original. Alright, oops, sudo command, because this file is owned by root. Alright, now let's open up that file. Actually, let's remove that file. Remove index.html. Alright, yes. Oh, this is not gonna work because again I have to do this as a sudo. Alright, so let's create a file over here. Sudo I'm going to use nano editor index.html. Alright, and I'm going to just say h1 hello world world and close this tab. Alright, so this is my page. Save this thing. The way you save this thing is by Control O in Nano. So right there it tells you. So you Control O, name, and the way you exit this thing is Control X. It tells you right there. So Control X. Alright, so let's reload this page again, and you should see hello world now over here. There you go, hello world. Alright, so this is our simple website that's running on this port. Now what we want is we want that domain name that we created on our Route 53 to point at this address, and when it points at this address it should display hello world. Alright, let's do that now. So now I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to connect your domain that's on Route 53 to the EC instance. Let's go back to our let's go back to our Route 53 dashboard. As a matter of fact, let's search Route 53 first. So you can actually click on Route 53 over here, or if you don't see the link over here, you can just type search over here. So type Route 53 and you get this link over here. Click on this, and you come across this page, Route 53 dashboard. You see this hosted zone. Click on this, and this is the hosted zone that if you recall we created. Alright, so let's click on this, and these are the two records. So we're going to be creating a record, so let's click on create record. Alright, so subdomain we're going to leave it blank. So basically we want radeshgypsum.com to actually go to that particular this particular page right there. Alright, so if you recall, the IP address of this one was this right here. Copy this one. Let's go over here, and record type we want to select a route traffic to an IPv4 address and some AWS resources. Alias, alright, which is good. So let's put this IP address over there. Oops. So all the requests that comes to anytime when a user at the URL types radeshgypsum.com, that request will go over here, and whatever is being displayed on this particular IP address is going to be displayed over here. Alright, time to live 300 seconds, which looks good to me. Create record, and okay, Route 53 propagates your changes to all of the okay, so now you want to click on view status. Okay, right now it's showing pending. Give it some time, like give it like a minute or 2 minutes, and just refresh this page right here by clicking over here, and you basically looking for this to change from pending to in sync. Alright, there you go, in sync. Congratulations. So now if you go open up a new tab, and if you type Radesh, that domain that you just had, gypsum.com, that should direct the traffic right there. Alright, good, congratulations. So let's see, just want to show you something really cool. Okay, so now let's change this thing. So let's do that. Let's edit that file, and let's call it hello world. Hello, let's call it hello new world. Alright, save this thing. If you recall, the way you save it is hit Control O. Alright, exit this thing. The way you exit is Control X. Okay, and if you refresh this page, you should see hello new world, and reload, and there you go, hello new world. Alright, user types radeshgypsum.com, this shows up over here. What if the user types www.radeshgypsum.com? Let's see what happens then. www. That domain name. Alright, okay, enter, and as you can see, the site cannot be reached. And the reason this is happening is because because of the presence of this www. So let's fix that right now. Okay, so let's go back to our route 53, sorry, and we are on route 53 again. Click on the hosted zone. All right, click on this radeshgypsum.com hosted zone. All right, now as you notice, there are 3 records over here, so we can add another record that will take care of that www. Okay, click on the create record. Alright, so subdomain, we're gonna fix that over here. We're gonna type www. So when the user types www.radeshgypsum.com, it should this is the policy, this is the record type that route traffics to an IPv4 addresses, and then you want that to be routed at this place right here. So let's copy this thing, copy this, put it over here. Oops, I always get this thing. Alright, and okay, TTL you can do 300 seconds or 30 seconds, that's up to you. Let's make it actually 30 seconds. Alright, and create a record. Okay, so now if the user types www.radeshgypsum.com, it's gonna get, the traffic is gonna get directed over here. Likewise, if the user types radeshgypsum.com, the traffic is gonna get directed over here. Alright, so let's look at the status. It says pending, so just wait for some time. You want to wait for it to turn in sync. Refresh again. Alright, in sync, good. So now if we go back over here and if you type www and before that, it's gonna work. And enter, and there you go, hello new world. This way you can add some more subdomain over here if you want to. So let's create one quick subdomain. If you want to, you can actually go back, go to route 53 and hit hosted zone again, click over here and then create a record, and there you go. So you can add some more subdomains over here. So you can type like EC2 over here. So if you type EC2, and so this is going to be ec2.radeshgypsum.com, and then type your IP address, which is this number right here, and then hit create record. And this way the user, when he types ec2.radeshgypsum.com, that's going to take him to this right here. And likewise you can actually play around, you can create multiple subdomains over here. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.